Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I was getting out of bed this morning and I was thinking about the location of castles in Crusader Kings. It's, a very normal thing to be doing at 5 in the morning. It's absolutely great. But I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about specifically this situation right here, and how I said that this county is a lot worse now because of the what are they called? Wind furnaces. Right. Because of the wind furnaces. That's largely true. But there's one thing that I forgot to factor in. And that one thing is siege weapons. Siege weapons are not improved by wind furnaces, unlike every other type of men-at-arms. That means that in situations like Madurai, what you want to do is you want to station your siege weapons here. And then in castles here, here, and here would be your other men-at-arms. This up here should actually be a city, most likely. Unless you have another siege men-at-arms that you'd like to put here. In which case, you could theoretically have a single county that had... It would be 5 different men-at-arms regiments in it here, and they would all be maximum efficiency, in theory. That's insane. Of course, that does rely on having 5 domain limit. It's not based on whether they're all in the same county or not. So that's definitely a wrinkle to how I was thinking about this, but it's not a huge deal. I usually don't ever get more than 2 or 3 siege men-at-arms, so that still means the vast majority of our castles have to be coastal. That's very interesting, to be sure, but it definitely doesn't really change things that much. It's just, it makes it more viable to have locations like this. But, I mean, if you're, here, you're going to be at a big disadvantage against people who have coastal provinces. So that's very significant. Okay, so that's all fine. Completely irrelevant to us for now. That's like personal matters that we don't care about with the Lover's Box. Completely irrelevant. Does not matter at this moment. What we care about right now is we would very much like to get some more buildings going. Now, I've seen some ideas floating around the Discord about how we can get to a place where we can declare internal wars. Honestly, I'm not even sure how relevant it is. If we get a hook on the liege, if it happens to happen, I'm not going to go out of my way to do it, but if it happens to be a thing, and we get a hook on our liege, we can modify our vassal contract to give ourselves sanctioned war declaration. Absolutely. But we do require a hook for that, and that would be the best way to go about doing it. We'd also like to drop our taxes if we can, but, it's not the end of the world. What we really want to do, and we need to take Hergeld here. What we really want to do here, in terms of progression, is we want to hold a grand tournament, building ourselves up a large amount of prestige. Once we have that prestige, then we can use that to claim our liege's throne, and we're actually really, really close to being able to fight our liege. He is not that much more powerful than us. So if he has an issue with his alliances, or if we continue to build up our force strength, which we will do, then that's fine. I think for now, our best bet is actually to just sit and continue to invest in our economy and boosting our men-at-arms. Once we have this all maxed out, which we're actually getting quite close to doing, then we'll be in a very, very good spot going forward for claiming our liege's throne. But I think for right now, patience is the answer. So we're just going to sit for the moment, and we're going to invest very, very heavily, which is what we've been doing, and that's absolutely fine. We're currently constructing in all of our castles, although we just finished in our capital, and we would definitely like to get an upgrade here. Do we care about this? He's our brother. Whatever. Remember all the good times. I'm sure it'll be fine. So we do have this pikeman regiment here, and we can definitely boost that by building our blacksmith. Is that the cheapest upgrade that we have right now? Well, we could also get fishing net weavers if we wanted our development to go up further. Okay, there's a peasant rabble faction. Sure, whatever. I don't care about that. We did just finish up our construction in Calicut as well. Now, this is more expensive, and that's absolutely understood. So for now, this is looking relatively good. We're back up to 30 gold per month, and I do think our best bet right now is to build this trade port. We did just finish our elephant training grounds in Kolam, which, remember, this is not boosting our light horsemen. This is just for the gold. So that seems fine for now. We'd love to have a gold event come in and accelerate things a little bit here, but we're only a couple gold away from getting this trade port going. We had a daughter. Okay, that's a lot of daughters. We've had no sons as of thus far. Okay, we're going to summon a physician here. Yes, a soft approach is best. Where is this plague? I see. The plague is in our capital. Well, we could enter seclusion. This is going to give us some more legitimacy loss, but our legitimacy is already quite low. Our legitimacy is incredibly low, actually. So that's understood. We do need to work up our legitimacy. For the moment, I'm not actually that concerned about it, but this did spawn in our capital, and that, of course, means that our development is going to be going down. So that is understood. This is named after our liege, right? Or is this us? No, I think this is our liege. Yes, this is named after our liege. So that's his pox. Okay, perfect. So we'll just wait this out. Hopefully we won't die of plague. That would be, problematic. So we're going to take a pretty big development hit here, no doubt about that, but that's fine for right now. Our control level is a little bit rough. Our counselor died from bloody flux, and that's the disease that's rampaging over this way right now. We'll assign this guy as our marshal. He is very angry. All of these guys are very angry. It's mostly the tyranny and high crown authority, but mostly the tyranny and murderer. I don't recall murdering anyone. Must have happened before we took over. Okay. So our wife is currently having some difficulties. We'll be cautious, and hopefully she'll recover. So our physician's knowledge has increased. That seems good. We do definitely want to continue to work down our tyranny, but we have a lot of tyranny right now. That's understood. Now, this disease is actually passing pretty quickly. Okay. So I kind of want to emerge from seclusion. We're now relatively safe. Yeah, the disease is gone. Fantastic. So that looks great. Now, down in Kolam, we would like to upgrade something here. All of these are 427. So this would be 0.2. This would be 0.3. And this would be 0.2. So we definitely want to go with the wind furnaces. And that would be the best choice for boosting our light cavalry anyway. So that seems fine. Peasants. Oh my, okay. So we need 136 gold for that to happen. Our shooting ranges just finished in Mahal, and that's understood. We wouldn't mind upgrading these shooting ranges again. That's also going to be pretty cheap. In fact, we might want to do that right now. Yeah, that's 0.2 gold and boosting up our, well, reducing our archer maintenance and giving us some archer men-at-arms siege progress. That doesn't really help us too much until we start to get here, right? But that's definitely something that we can do fairly soon. So let's get going on that. That seems fine. And yeah, for the moment, I really think that we just be patient. We wait for a good opportunity to attack our liege, but as of right now, that's not even our primary focus. I want to get our tall structures built up here. That's essentially what we're doing right now, is we're building tall. And then, once we're done building tall, or done enough, I should say, then we go after this guy. Well, maybe not this guy. It might be the next guy. Or maybe even the guy after, but probably not very far beyond that. So that's going to be the plan here going forward. Okay, we just finished building our trade port in our capital, and of course, we're not making enough gold to build in all of these locations simultaneously. We would very much like to be, but alas, we are not. We're starting to get to the point where a lot of these upgrades are pretty expensive. So we determined that we can't upgrade here yet because we don't have hoardings, but we can upgrade these castles. Now those are expensive. We just had a son. Well, that's unfortunate. But fortunate at the same time. Well, this is both good and bad. Unfortunately, he's got that lover's pox. Very sad. But we're not, as of right now, going to have an issue with tyranny on succession. And he's very young compared to us. So maybe that's fine. Let's take detailed ledgers here. That'll boost our income somewhat. And we could get a construction going in Colum or in our capital. I think I want to save up for wind furnaces here. So we'll get that going. That'll be fine. Are we fully endorsed right now by our... Are we fully endorsed right now by our court chaplain? No, we are not. Okay. We just swayed him, though, and that brings it up to 5.5 per month. So we can get an additional 2 out of him, and that's noted. We're now making 35 gold per month. So that's a pretty decent boost to our income. And we're keeping an eye on the situation out over here. We were hosted as a guest of honor at a ritual celebration. Okay. Sure. I guess he's scared of us? I mean, he should be. He definitely should be scared of us. This war is very bad for him. We don't have the capacity to declare on him right now. 2,200 prestige. So we'd have to get prestige, and for that to happen, we would have to do a grand tournament. Now, a grand tournament is very expensive if we want to do this properly, right? So if we wanted to have, say... Oh, wow, we can't do much of anything here. Our skills are terrible. Okay. If we wanted to do an archery, if we wanted to do a recital, it doesn't matter what these are. If we wanted to do something like this, right? And then we were to have this be luxurious encampments, and we were to have this be splendid prizes, we're looking at 1875 gold to do this. Now, we're not going to do this, obviously. So with that in mind, we could definitely get a lot of prestige that way. We could also simply hold a feast. That'll be a lot cheaper. And we could work it up that way. But I'd rather put this money into structures, to be honest. I really... That's exciting. Apparently... Oh, now it is working. For a moment there, my mouse wheel and middle click to drag was not doing anything. That appears to have been a game bug, because that next event must have cleared whatever flag was blocking it. Okay, well, it's working now, so hopefully that continues, because I rely very, very heavily on my mouse wheel in order to play this game. You can pan around with WASD, but I don't usually do that. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We can boost up this lady's martial. This is our wife. Do we care about our wife's martial? Not really. Let's just improve their relationship. That'll be fine. Okay, in our capital here, we can absolutely get going on blacksmiths. So that'll be fine. That'll boost our income here a little bit, but more importantly, it will boost up our station men-at-arms damage by quite a lot. So that looks good. We want to get these all up to level 4 here before we start thinking about getting our castles up to level 3, I think. So that'll be the mission for right now. Now, rope walks were just built in Canor. That's up over here, and that is, of course, boosting our mangonels. So we'd get another upgrade going here. That's going to be 424 gold to do that. These are getting quite expensive, no doubt about it. This is much cheaper at 297 here. We should probably consider just going for the trade port. Oh, there's a plague in the realm. Hang on. Where is this? This is actually only nearby. Oh, this is quite far away. It's a minor outbreak. This is likely not going to reach us. We'll keep an eye on it, but this is probably not going to be a problem. Yeah, this is probably pretty close to its maximum extent here, is my guess. Well, it's still growing for now. Hang on. I think that's it. Pretty sure that that's its maximum extent right there. So, yep, there we go. It's starting to go away. Cool. So we don't need to worry about that. That's absolutely fine. Up over this direction, I do want to put in this trade port. Or we could take our forestry up to level 4. Done. Let's do that for now, and that will be fine. In Calicut, I would like to... There's a number of upgrades that we can do here. I'd really like to get our wind furnaces or our elephant training grounds upgraded. Either would be fine. We just discovered the banking innovation, and that is in Sinhala culture. So that gives us development growth plus 10%, but I believe only in counties with Sinhala culture. Probably. We're not actually getting any development growth down here in Mahal, which is interesting. We're now known as the Dunged. Okay. We had dung thrown at us, and we could get the nickname the Smelly instead, and start a murder scheme against this person. Or we could just say revenge is beneath us. No, we're gonna do this. We have a nemesis. We swore eternal vengeance upon her. And who do we have that is willing to do this? Well, we have no alibi. We could bring in our daughter as an infiltrator, and that seems good. And then we can bring in this guy as a thug, and then an assassin would be our wife and our brother. So that brings us up to 72%. That's already quite extensive. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have an alibi for this, but we can just let that go for the moment, and that'll be okay. I believe we have to wait until we have 5 advantages. Yes. So we'll let that continue. What is our maximum? 72 is the maximum. Okay, that's noted. Let's get a blacksmith upgrade going here. That'll be fine. And we'll let the trader be known to all. Perfect. So we need to get up to 5 advantages before we can actually do anything with this, and that's understood. This guy is currently still working on endorsing us more. He's not quite there yet. You can see our tyranny is down to 33 at this moment, at least for this guy. What are we here? 33, 33, and 33? Okay, yeah. Our tyranny is down to 33, so that's making some amount of progress anyway. So that will continue to boost up his opinion, and that's good. We're at 2 over here right now. What's this here? Our wife is having a disagreement with us on this murder scheme. Well, we're gonna lose the opinion almost certainly either way. We'll say you just don't understand my vision. That's fine. So up over this direction, we just finished building our draw plate in our capital, and our capital is getting closer to being maxed out. Yeah, we don't have windmills yet. So that's all fine for the moment. We're getting closer, but we're not there yet. Oh, we can throw this guy in jail? He's trying to murder our soulmate. Yes, we're going to do that. So that was our marshal, and we are now going to bring in our brother here, I think. Who else do we have that could be a decent spy master? Our wife. Sure, that seems fine. So that seems okay, and we definitely want to get more of these buildings upgrading as soon as we can. We're at 37.6 gold per month right now, and we're about to get another lifestyle focus, but this isn't going to be a very impactful lifestyle focus. So that's absolutely fine for the moment. Elder advice, huh? Monthly learning lifestyle experience. Unfortunate, we're not doing learning at this moment. We'd like to, eventually, but as of right now, finances are absolutely way more important. We really, really need to get these building upgrades done, and they're going nicely, so that is fantastic. Embrace Shiva, and this will be your home, indeed. Okay, so that all seems good. We're not building in Calicut right now, and we're not building in our capital, and that's actually it. Those are the only locations we're not building right now. Okay, so that all seems fine for the moment. We will have enough money very soon to continue this. Our brother died. That was our hunchback brother. That's fine. He was completely irrelevant anyway. We're going to take it as my domain, but we can't actually use it, unfortunately. I'd really love to be able to, but we're not in a position to do that right now. That's fine. So we are just hitting 5 at this point, and I think we should probably just try to do this. 71% chance. Let's just... Excellent. We outlived our rival. We lost 130 stress because we're vengeful, and we gained 150 prestige for that. Beautiful. I'm going to take the extra prestige here. That brings us up a level of fame, which is good. Okay. This ransom is just nothing? No. I'm not going to just let you go. Designating a selfless regent now may help your heir. Yes, this is true. What we would really like to do is... Our regency succession is actually kind of fine here. It's reasonably fine, I feel like. So this is a regent presumptive right now. What we would really like to do, though, is designate, like, our wife and soulmate here. Okay, so that'll be fine. She will be selfless, and that will be ideal. So now up in Calicut, we can upgrade any of these. We have elephants here, so I'm going to upgrade our elephantry, and that is going to be another 10% boost on our station elephant cavalry. Now, we don't have very many of them as of right now. We've only got 3 out of 12. We need to work these numbers up, but for now, I'm much more interested in getting our buildings going. So that looks good. I don't care about Sinhala culture, to be honest. We're probably going to change off of Sinhala culture. So we're just going to take the prestige here. That brings us up to 1043 prestige. And last we knew, this was 2200, but we gained a level of fame, so this is probably a little cheaper now. 1850. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that seems good for now. We just finished a construction down in Kolam. Okay, so we're definitely making progress here. That looks good. We're going to be dropping one of these for stables, and it's probably going to be the wood pastures, but for now, I want to keep those around. Someone is attempting to murder people. Shocking. Absolutely stunning, in fact. So we need a new steward, and this person is not very good at the job, and she's very angry. I'm sure it's fine. How long do we have that drenched in excrement for? Did we not take a bath? Apparently we're going to have that for another 1.5 years. Well, okay then. Spicy. Our hunting towers here are disabled because Sinhala culture now has the vegetarians tradition. Uh-huh. This is a change that just happened. That was not the case previously. I don't think we have any other hunting camps. I think that's the only one. So, do we want to change this? Well, we wanted to change it anyway. So, we want to change this to something that is going to be pikemen, right? We can't change it? It's just completely grayed out? Huh. I feel like we should be able to change this building. Well, We could fix it by changing to the Tamil culture right now. That's definitely a thing we could do, but that's going to cost us 3,000 prestige. Maybe it will re-enable and allow us to change this. Click to view details and possible future upgrades. I'd love to, but the building is fully disabled. Like, we can't even change the building, which I think is very strange. This is something that should not be the case. So, one thing we could do, if we go into here, we can see we have this vegetarians culture. We could diverge our culture. This is a possibility. And what would we want to do? Well, we would want to not have this. We'd want to have literally anything else. Literally anything else. So that is a possibility. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to restart the game in between episodes. I don't expect that to enable this building, but if it doesn't, I think we're going to have to diverge our culture. I don't think that there's a choice. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.